G'day, today we're going to have a look at the new mini metro level of Boston and the achievement that comes with this one called Four Ways to Fenway, where you need to get 1,600 passengers using no more than 4 lines. So let's put that one on and give it a crack. Now, as always, mini metro only revisit when they bring out the new maps, so I am always quite rusty. So 4 lines, I do like the achievement thing that they've put on it in more recent years that does allow you to sort of track it a bit better. It'll let you know if you're screwing it up, because I know things like this one where you can just make a simple mistake and chuck in a fifth line can always be a pain. That's an interesting change from most levels, getting so many squares straight off the bat. I don't really want to keep connecting squares together, so we'll put those three together now, but we'll just wait to see what the change is. So I don't have any more tunnels, so this guy's sort of stranded for the time being. Put a second train on this guy for now, just to sort of clean him up a little bit. We'll just wait for this guy to pick up these two. The other problem is that that's the only triangle we currently have. And we'll go... See, the problem is that now they won't go and pick up the triangles off this anyway. Although now I've got 2 tunnels. Why have I gained 2? Let's go carriage, because assumably it's going to keep offering us lines. Right, so that's saying 2. That's just grayed out. Why is it grayed out? Don't know. No reason. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll cut that guy off a line and we'll go 1, 2, 3. Let's clean that up a little bit. Guess like that. I want this to be pretty constant. Got our carriage. That's 3 circles at the end of this line, so I'm not a fan of that. We don't need to connect to this guy at all, because they don't need to share squares. That's just an old habit, thinking that they have to all meet at the same squares. Not much need. This guy actually needs to go over to that circle either. Oh, actually, that's right. It's to get rid of I'm not taking interchange because I don't feel like I get offered those very often. So I don't really want to use tunnels too much, but you can see that this guy here is starting to get a bit overwhelmed. I think we will connect 2 of them. Get that off this red line. And let's give yellow that job as well. Not loving that I've got red dealing with both the triangles and the hexagon, but the triangles are such a frequent requirement that I would say that we don't want to have anyone, like everyone's going to have to share the job. Alright. Let's pause for a second. So why did you take nothing? That's because he's skipping over it. Alright. Mistake. Welcome back. Alright, so let's now put that guy there. He's not going to take squares if he goes that way, but he also won't take triangles going the other way. It's alright, may as well use all our trains. Someone's still dropping off triangles there. Go another carriage. And we'll give that to this guy up here. So let's get rid of that for a second. Make a new line set up here. Like that. Now it does significantly reduce the amount of work this guy's doing, so we'll give him those 2. Reduce the workload of yellow. That's line number 3. What we'll also do is we'll grab this guy and move him to blue because we over there nice and quick though, buddy. Problem currently is though that to get a hexagon, these guys need to go from yellow needs to drop it off here and then carry it all the way over there. So it's sort of like double duty they've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap yellow to there and I'm going to swap red down here. Now it doesn't mean that it's a real pain. That's going to cost me a bridge to get to that guy. Well, I was doing it too so that red could get down here and handle that. What we'll have to do is so we'll have to use our fourth line to solve that one. So there's our fourth line. What we'll do is we'll get rid of that one for now. Just because we've got no other sort of option of using two bridges. Now I've got another guy over here that also requires a bridge. And you can see the problem now is that this guy is solely responsible for all triangles crossing from up here to down here. So I don't really want to make that an interchange because it's a that guy is what I want. Because it could easily change back to say being the circle destination or something that's the interchange. There's our 400 mark, so we've got the first of our required goals. Direly need another tunnel. I keep saying bridges, but they are tunnels. Red's looking a bit more ordinary. It's gonna have to wait till Sunday. Well, what we can do actually is we can get rid of that and then we can just that. Again, just the dump of triangles that these guys are doing. Turn this guy around and get him going there too. Absolutely carriage because we have no use for extra lines now. Can that square save me? And beautiful. Now, that does mean that the green line, it took me that long to figure out what color that was. Green line is now excessively long. It's still getting severely hassled. It no longer needs to be that square though. Let's think about this here. I mean, we could potentially get to that now without a bridge. It would be that we'd send this guy up here. Disconnect from there. Disconnect from here. No, it wouldn't, because to get to that, I have to have this line connected there. To get to him. Alright, first I'm going to make that square. I think that's a much better layout for him. This is a waste of a bridge. There's got to be a better way of doing that. Another train too, so let's give that to green. Don't like that that yellow doesn't have a triangle at all. They've only got the one train rounds. Goodness, this guy is just a constant complaint. It's because he's got all the triangles, his responsibility, as well as moving all the hexagons along. Even though there's only 2 trains in this section, they're doing a good job of just dumping everything on him. Okay, so great. We're going to get a few more interchanges here, so we can be a bit more loose with our design. This guy also helps me out, because what I can do now is I can go get rid of that, then say get rid of all of that, and say that he runs straight up to there and then down and then across. That connects in there. In fact, we don't even that he can connect there. But what that also means is that it means that this guy can now get to red, which means that sorry, sort of like we can get that bridge back. That's what I mean by get to red's job. So now red can take on that duty of delivering triangles as well. And we'll give red the second train now because they're also... So I want to just see this red guy here. Does he drop off those triangles? He does. It's really annoying. That's such a... Like, you're there 2 stations later, buddy. What if we cut that from your duties and give that to him? Let's see what this guy does. Does he pick up all the triangles? He does. Alright, now we can start to see finally blue is starting to struggle a little bit with triangle or just sort of movement duties. Now I've got another guy that's going to require us to have a bridge that we don't have. But what we can do is we can get rid of that from green's duties and move him up there. I'm amazed that we haven't seen another tunnel, unless it's a condition of this one. It feels like we've been very unlucky. It's just lines and carriages that we're getting. Now, yellow has just gained 2 uniques. So yellow is about to become a lot busier as well. Wow, okay, yellow is gonna struggle. What we could also do is move red. We could get rid of this line for blue and then have that the duty of red get over here. And does red currently have 2 trains? It does. So what if we put that on red? We leave that there for a second. We get rid of that. And we say they go like that. And red comes across to here. So what that means I want to do now is green has a lot of trains, but they don't actually have a lot of... They've just got distance to cover. They don't have a lot of people. Let's just put another train on our red route. See if they can keep that clean. That square definitely should become a interchange though. But I don't like to use interchanges until I have to. So as long as I can keep manipulating the track and just saying, all right, no, put that guy there, and that'll fix it. As long as we can keep doing that, I'll keep doing that. Okay, so what I want to do now is that carriage I definitely want to give to this guy, because you can see that half of this is now the stuff that's shifting across to yellow. And what we're going to do is give more of this to red. I want to give that to red because need you to get moving along as well. Because red doesn't have a circle on this side of its layout. Let's bite the bullet and make that an interchange. probably going to have to do the same thing for this guy. They fixed him. Good. Guess that's good that there's now a triangle at the end of that, so trains going this way can drop off there. Don't like that green's dropping off circles, so let's give green this circle. That's great, because that means that now blue has its own triangle, so that should reduce the amount of traffic it has to drop here. It will still drop some, but it can continue with more. If I had another bridge, that would be a great connection for red too. Although again, that would just be dumping more on red. Alright, a carriage and a train. So it feels like green's going to have to inherit another train soon, because they've got a lot of duties going on. There's no square on this side of red. Against my better judgment, I'll give that to red. There was one red single train in here, but he's still doing okay. I want to give this train to green. And I want to give... I think I will give the carriage to the other red. Well, there's two reds, I guess, that are running on that line that are only single. See how many triangles that guy was already full with. But I mean, that station isn't sinking us. But there we go. Achievement complete. Now all we have to do is just run to our death. But there's now no limitation on the amount of lines that we can have, so we can start to introduce some lines, break this thing down the bottom into two. Oh, and the just offered me tunnels. Would have been helpful. Ah, well. Alright, so let's get a line down the bottom. Go those three. 4. These. We'll make that our... I can't believe I had tunnels right there. Okay. So then we'll get green off those, that. That. And we will pull some of these guys just onto grey. That's 2 on grey and 3 on green. Yeah, I'm not going to get off it anymore again, am I? Got the carriage. Give grey a carriage train. And I can't put another train on red. Let's give blue another train. This grey line's getting excessive too. Let's drop. A weird mess I've made there. Alright, we can see yellow's starting to struggle as well. Still keeping it under wraps. Just a little magic there to get to the end. Gonna have to grab one of these guys to get down that way. There we go, there's my tunnels. Okay, so firstly, let's get red to connect to that triangle as well. There's no reason that grey really needs to connect to that. That's way too many squares that this guy's getting in the middle here, so we'll drop that one off there and give that to green. Grey's line has become very long. There's no reason that grey has to connect so far up on green. Because its job is just to sort of like, there's no unique guys down the bottom here, so all it has to do is just sort of drop those uniques off. So we may as well just drop them off close to as close as they can get, so they don't have to do this ridiculously long extra journey. We can get green to take care of that. Although you can see already these guys aren't happy about it. Now we'll go carriage, so I can give a carriage to this guy. And go... So you can already see this backfiring. So I need red to get in there and fix that. At least when they come in packed, they're packed with triangles. There's definitely room for a third line down the bottom here. Let's get this guy over here. Let's grab our green frames and move them as well. There's too many circles at this end of this line. You can see there's none at that end. I've put him on the wrong side, haven't I? Complain about not having tunnels for so long and then I haven't used them. Oh, there we go. So let's have a look at how we did on the standings. Scoring high has never been my strong suit. There we go, top 30%. Nothing to write home about. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.